welcome back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show right here in your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.
And remember, our goal is always to guide you to personal and financial wellness.
Welcome back to the Don and Gino Real Estate Finance Show, where you get all the updates on what's happening in real estate finance, and also we bring in top experts. We've been doing this for 8 years now to help guide you to personal and financial wellness, and this is very personal. We're talking about elder care. We're talking about your parents or your grandparents or someone you know that needs maybe some assistance, and you might not have known what options are out there. Well, luckily we brought Myles McNamara with Comfort Keepers in-home care. Been on our show 24 times. He's the expert we go to, and now he's the expert that Gino, my partner, and his family go to.
Yeah, and we've had a really great experience. We were just talking about this in the break. What's kind of interesting is I never even crossed my mind, but I'm like, yeah, I've known Myles for years. If I ever needed anything from Comfort Keepers, I would think I could call Myles. But guess what? My wife never tells me I need to do anything, so that means
that's rare.
So that means that they're doing a great job in supporting her and whatever needs she has, because she's the one who kind of administrates the household for Grandma.
Right.
Ever since my mom's been gone, she administers the household for Grandma, and the fact that she never has to rely on me, she's never said, "Hey, can you call Myles and ask?" or anything like that. So that's a testimonial in of itself, is that it just happens. That means your team is fantastic. We've never even had to talk about it.
Right, and I'll just say it's not really a testimony to me as much as it is my testimony to the team. You know, I've got great care managers and staffing coordinators and caregivers, of course. Without our caregivers, we wouldn't be here. But yeah, so, you know, once we, you know, what was that Steve Jobs said? You know, you don't hire smart people and tell them what to do. You hire smart people and let them tell you what to do. And that's what I do. Even though we're non-medical, both my care managers are nurses, because we interface a lot with medical, you know, providers and such. And, you know, everybody on my team, both in my Santa Clarita office and my Encino office, have personal experience of caring for a loved one. So they've worn those shoes. So we can kind of see from the family's point of view. Mm-hmm. And what we were talking about at the break is that different levels of needs, depending on where the adult kids are living. They may be right next door, they may be whatever. But what we do also is what we call case management.
Yeah, this was interesting. I never thought about this.
Well, I mean, look, if you strip my wife out of the equation, let's pretend she's not doing the case management for our family.
Right.
What the heck am I supposed to do? How would I handle it? As busy as I am, I can't let that stuff fall through the cracks. I would need assistance.
Right.
Well,
I don't even know where to go.
We got to explain what that entails, because you don't think about all these pieces, especially like you said, you're super busy, or say if you're a parent, you're out of state. How do you handle this? And the case management, you guys handle a lot more than just you know, basically showing.
Yeah,
we're gonna to the bottom of the logos here. It's gonna say, if you're watching at donandgino.com, it's gonna say Comfort Keepers, in-home care, and so much more.
Property management for your parents.
And what's interesting, and this is partly my fault, is it's part of what we do, but we don't really promote it, I guess, on a level where that light bulb goes on for our adult kids. We put a Comfort Keeper in the house. But again, I have, I have care managers who not only oversee the care plan and mentor and counsel the caregivers to make sure they're following that care plan, but then you have the upper level of the 30,000 foot, let's say, where not only do we have our caregivers there making sure that mom or dad are eating well and taking their meds, but now we have to schedule their doctor's appointments. Now maybe we have to, you know, the whole encompassing aspect of keeping him in their home safely, where maybe your wife isn't there to oversee when we're not there, but we also know the schedules of our clients where our care manager will now oversee the entire thing. So it may be doctor's appointments, it may be, you know, whatever the case is. Think about the entire spectrum in the day of a senior. You know, it's not just eating and taking your meds. There's interaction, there's social activities, there's doctor's appointments, there's outings, there's social engagement, all these things that bring happiness and health to our seniors that are staying in their own home. So rather than going out and hiring another individual to do those things, that comes in the business model of Comfort Keepers. We have the care manager, we have the caregivers, we have the team that can look over the entire health of the senior, both mentally, physically, and keeping them engaged.
Well, you talked about something. I mean, let's just say they need a dishwasher replaced. They need a plumber to come out and unclog a toilet. They need all little tiny things that could be catastrophic for a senior to have to handle.
Right.
I mean, some of them can't handle these things. And maybe, like you said, maybe they have lost their spouse who would have taken care of these things in the past.
Right.
They don't have to be, I think, and even for us, I'll just say that I think we waited too long to use your service because we could have used it a la carte. This is not an on-off switch. It's more like a dimmer. You use it when you need to. You don't use it when you need to. You just call and you say, hey, could you help me with this? And they say, yeah, great. We'll help you with that. It's like, there's no reason why you shouldn't have it at least in your Rolodex for just in case.
Right, and that's what we call respite care. Because a lot of times, families are providing a lot of the care like yours, but sometimes an event comes up where everybody's going to be gone. So we call that respite. You may just need us every now and again. You give us a call. Hey, next Saturday we're all going to this event. Can someone be with mom?
We did it for you. We did it for New Year's.
Yeah.
Right. We all made sure that for Christmas we all spent time together. We all moved everything to Grandma's house so everybody could be together there. But for New Year's, everybody wanted to have their own little thing. And so we decided, the best thing to do for these next couple of days for those, some people wanted to go out of town, they wanted to go to snow, this, that, and everybody wanted to be out of town.
And there's nothing wrong with that. The only difference is that we all did everything we individually sort of at certain times of the year anyway.
Yeah.
But mom and dad were able to look after themselves, or grandma. But now as maybe they're
aging, come with one of us in the past.
But now that they're aging in place, when everybody scatters, not so good to leave them all by themselves anymore. So that's when you bring someone in. Again, it's not disrespectful. If you think about it, when we're all younger and healthy, we all kind of do our own thing, and everybody's self-sufficient. But as our parents or grandparents get a little older, they may need a helping hand. Now you bring in that respite care so that they're not alone and they're safe and looked after, and everybody's still doing their own thing.
Yeah, no, it brings a lot of freedom to the family, and I think that's something that's underrated. And like I said, we could have probably, even if you have a family member that's caring for this, I know we've talked about this in prior shows, it's very stressful for that family member that is caring for them. Mm-hmm. And there's this huge obligation of, I can't leave them alone, I can't leave them with anybody else, I'm the only person who does the job right. And if you could strip them away from that and give them some freedom so that they can maybe go on a date, they can maybe go to the beach and they don't have this, it's like sometimes it's like caring for a baby.
Yeah. And also
it's like caring for a child.
To use a sports metaphor, I guess we can be the quarterback. Right now it sounds like your wife is the quarterback.
Sure.
She's calling the plays, she's calling the shots, but sometimes we don't have a quarterback locally. So we can be the quarterback when maybe the kids live on the East Coast, or whatever the case may be. We can take more of the lead on whatever level the family needs.
All right. Always great stuff. Thank you, Myles. We're here with Myles McNamara with Comfort Keepers In-Home Care. Again, how can they get a hold of you before our last and final segment for the day?
661-287-4200, or just go to comfortkeepers.com.
All right. So this next segment you're going to want to listen to too, because you've gotten into something that we haven't talked about on the show, which is suicide prevention, and you've gotten involved in that recently.
Yeah.
So you want to stay tuned for the next segment with Myles McNamara. It's good stuff. Don't go away.